Run through the tape. In life, never give up. Run through the tape.
All right, thank you, Kevin. Great triple header. And in these playoffs, the road team won the first game, Washington. Home team has won the next 7. And this April 19th, this Sunday, marking the 15th anniversary of Charles' last game.
Oh, really?
More
15
information
years ago, when you had 2 points and 1 rebound
2 points
in 6 minutes of work.
And they gave you those 2 points, too.
No, they didn't.
Yes, they did.
It should have been a 3-point
They let
play.
you score, man.
It was a shout out, Ernie. It was a single double.
You want to shout out?
What's your shout out?
Happy birthday to my youngest son, Shakir. Love you, cuz. Love you, too, Shakir.
Well,
Happy birthday.
this is the first day of 40 games and 40 nights. You can say hello to a different kid every day.
When many promises of potential look legit, a year's worth of work, the fruits of steadfast determination, symbols of excellence. A rare competitive balance exists. What does it mean? Who will prevail? The response, we don't know, is not a cop-out, but a compliment.
You never know how you really are until the playoffs.
The answers lie in a natural playoff truth. It all depends on where you stand. The value of a player is not fully measured in statistics. Awards must be more than lines on a resume.
There's that MVP.
This time of year, mathematical relationships are suspended.
And Atlanta has its 19th consecutive win.
Now 19 straight wins pale in importance to the 16 remaining.
The game's ultimate prize, 16 wins away.
Nearly lost in the numbers and names, an inspiring turnaround from the league's worst to a place at the table.
A hard-working team. The Bucks are in the playoffs.
Though advantages have been earned by those on top,
The Warriors win 67 games.
the loftiest and lowliest records even out. This is the beginning, a shift to a new point of view. The future is not a reflection of the past, but a prism of possibilities. In it, we will discover how each object, entity, and idea we think we know holds up from the playoff perspective. In the grand reveal to come, it will be shown that there is one thing that holds up from all angles. This is the NBA playoffs on TNT.
The Clippers take game 1 over the champs by 15. Here's Doc Rivers.
It was 2 guys that, I don't know, maybe they thought it was a fumble and if you got the ball, you got possession. I didn't know what was going on there, but I liked them both. I don't think neither one of them was dirty. They just held on to the ball and neither one wanted to let go. You know, they were having a man contest, there, and I thought it was pretty interesting. But it was nice. I thought any of those plays when you're at home, gets the crowd into the game and the energy. It gives you energy.
You still get in all of Blake's dunks and what they did?
No, I miss half of them. I mean, once you see them drive, I'm already looking down to see who's getting back on defense half the time. So, but he had some terrific plays today. I thought he felt in the first half he got to the basket and missed some shots that he could make. And, I thought the adjustments in the second half, he went straight line. He wasn't trying to use the glass. He was just attacking.
Doc.
And it's Inside the NBA presented by Kia from Studio J. We have a man contest here on a nightly basis. Ernie Johnson, Shaq, Kenny, and Charles.
Funny, Ernie.
And how about those Clippers? 107-92. Chris Paul goes for 32, his 9th career playoff game with at least 30 points. Blake Griffin had 26 and 12. The fun continues on Monday night on TNT. Bucks and Bulls
I would like
started.
to play against each other, them two.
Pelicans and Warriors in Game 2 of our double dip on Monday night. Here's the way it played out tonight, Staples Center. Greg Popovich and his former player, Doc Rivers, and Tim Duncan, Old Man Riverwalk, and Blake Griffin getting ready to go. Clippers with the home court advantage. because the Spurs lost their finale against New Orleans, and there is Blake Griffin and one, and on the play Tony Parker comes up hobbling. And this you see why as Parker rolls the left ankle. But he would return. You see Clippers with the good start, 10-4, and here it's 18-10.
Yeah, Tony never looked the same after he twisted his ankle in terms of explosiveness to the basket. Took him a while, but the Clippers did a great job of increasing the pace after halftime, getting Jamal Crawford involved and everybody freelance, free-flowing offense.
It's interesting. The first quarter was all Clippers. Second quarter was all Spurs when the game slowed down. And then they just pulled away in the second half. And they played at their tempo the entire time.
Ginobili knocking down the three. And then Aaron Baines inside to Tim Duncan.
This was the only time in the second quarter when the Spurs had a chance, when they slowed this pace down.
Yeah, they had a 10-0 run, which extended to 19-5 for the lead. And there goes Parker down again, Kenny.
Parker down again, and like I said, he didn't have the explosiveness, and San Antonio fans aren't panicking because Dallas took them to 7. Everyone, they think that they can win regardless. It's 4 games in any series.
They're not panicking, but they're sure eating.
Crawford with the floater. And then DeAndre Jordan with the swat of Manu Ginobili.
Doc Rivers asked him to be the next Bill Russell. That was it.
49-43 at the half.
You mean the Bill Russell worked down at Target.
Oh, good move by Blake. Quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Boy, Aaron Baines saw enough of Blake Griffin before this night was through.
Manny, why'd you have to remind me? This was just a good, hard play. It was just two guys that want to let the ball go.
Why would you not want to let the ball go?
That's
out of bounds.
That's what Doc was referring to. That's what Doc said. It was a man contest.
Right here, I would have let it go. We're out of bounds.
I know that.
It was a man contest.
It was a man contest. Well, listen, if you're going to be a man, don't get flipped on your ass like that. That's where I do Shaq.
Do we have to go there again? I guess we do.
That was a lucky flip. You closed your eyes and wished it. That was no big deal. They took too long to look at that on replay also.
This mid-post is where they like Chris, and then he comes off the pick and roll, and then it's posted.
Signature play of the game for the
poster time.
Rotate too late.
Oh, you late. You're Blake. Now the reverse pick and roll, that's the reverse pick and roll.
Oh, Baines again.
Typical because you're looking at the guard is saying, I'm not going to switch. Typically, reverse pick and roll, which allows Blake Griffin.
Ernie, I told you, I've been telling you all year, every time he shoots the jumper, the defender says, oh, thank you. Can't stop that guy from going.
That was in and out. That was out of bounds, man.
But watch Chris Paul.
Oh, good
with the blow by. Griffin had the highlight plays on the night. Chris Paul was just spectacular tonight.
I don't know if blowing by Boris Diaw counts.
It was still a blow by.
As a blow by.
He does have a point, Ernie.
Tell Chris Paul. Again.
Great move.
Tough shot, too.
One more, Chris Paul. High off the glass.
Sounds Boris Diaw again, getting blown by.
Watch Chris Paul again.
Okay.
Pull up, Jay.
Yeah, they look great. Kenny, what you got to do? The house is already on fire there.
Oh, you got to get the women and children out?
That's it. Gonna burn down. He was on fire.
You
do that for 7 games, Kenny? 32?
No.
He can't do that. But he doesn't have to. But they can match up with him. If Blake is going to be the key this series, he's the one guy they can't match up with.
107-92 the final. Paul with 32, 7 and 6. Griffin with 26 and 12. The Hollywood stars on the night for sure. Also, Jamal Crawford chipping in with 17 on 7 of 10 shooting. DeAndre Jordan 14 rebounds to go with his 9 points. And the Clippers take game 1, 107-92. They had to win game 1, didn't they?
Oh, it was a must win for them in game 1. But like I say, when you look at these teams, I thought the Spurs, when they lost that 2 seed last game of the season, I think that killed them. And I think this is the year the Clippers have got to put up or shut up, or they got to break this team up. And I thought the difference in this series is going to be Blake. He's the one guy they cannot match up with. You see his regular season numbers against them. And I always believe your regular season numbers should go up in the playoffs because you're going to play more minutes. So he averaged about 25 during the regular season. He needs to get at least 25 every game. And I thought the key was his rebounding. First of all, there's no reason he should be averaging 8 rebounds a game. And a guy can jump like that, should be averaging 10, 11, 12 rebounds a game. I was impressed with his rebounding that he played fantastic. And Chris proved again, like I always say, he's probably the best leader. I used to think Jason Kidd was the best leader in the NBA, but now I think it's Chris Paul. He tries to will his team, to a fault at times, but he tries to will his team to win, and that was just a great win by the Clippers.
San Antonio, meantime, they only shoot 37% in the game. They go only 14 out of 26 from the free throw line. They turn it over 15 times. What are your answers on San Antonio tonight?
Business as usual. I mean, San Antonio Spurs.
But it wasn't business as usual.
It is, because they're never going to, very rarely.
But not with those numbers.
They're not going to sweep.
Not business as usual.
They're not going to sweep people.
Yeah.
So they didn't make shots. There were some shots that I thought wide open threes. Danny Green, Ginobili, Parker missed that they typically make.
So they went about their business as business as usual, but they weren't making shots.
They just wasn't making shots, and they've had that happen to them in series before, and they come back, and they're the masters of the 6-7 game series. That's what they've been the masters of. They have not been the sweep Spurs that sweep people out of the building. They go in. Dallas, like I said in previous year, took them to 7. You know, Vince Carter hits a 3 and down the stretch, and in one game to take it to 7 when he was with the Mavericks. So, like, you can't say that the Spurs by one game are the best team or they're going to lose the series. It's a long grind with these guys, and that's how you have to play it out.
Our ace statistician, Hal Galima, pointing out that in 3 of the 5 Spurs titles, they lost the first game they played in those playoffs. For what
there it is.
Worth.
Now, way to go, Hal.
Now, the key for the Clippers is you've always been a good team, but now are you a great team? What I mean by that, in game 2, are they going to come out with the focus and put this team away, or are they going to mess around and let the Spurs come back? Because the Spurs is a veteran bunch. You know, Spurs are saying, you know what, these guys didn't beat us. We had 15 turnovers. We didn't hit any shots. But I want to see if the Clippers are finally going to become a great team that everybody thinks they should be.
You know, Ernie, you asked me earlier, this was a must-win for the Clippers. I think when you're going into a series, there's a game like you got to win this game to set the tempo for the entire series. But now that switches to game 2, because game 1 won't mean anything if they come out and lose game 2. Shaq has a great point. At some point, as a team, you have to turn the corner. And the Clippers next game, they got to come out and smack the Spurs at the mouth and say, we're going to beat y'all this time. Because if you lose game 2, game 1 doesn't mean anything.
Anything at all.
Yeah, do you want him to say that again, what he just said? Shaq made a great point.
No, Chuck always says that. He has my back.
I'm a team player, Ernie. You should try it sometime.
No, it's okay. Paul and Griffin leading the Clippers to a 107-92 win in Game 1. When we come back, one of those rare times when the number 4 seed opens on the road. Blazers and Grizzlies from the Grindhouse, and this picture kind of tells the story.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, underdog, we're doing that when you get back.
You all know Skeets, Taz, Lee, and Trey. You know them better as the Starters.
Starters.
Yeah, you can catch them on NBA TV, 6:30 p.m. You already heard from Doc Rivers on the Clippers' 15-point win over the Spurs. How about Greg Popovich?
Doc had mentioned that sometimes when he said we should call it hack-a-shack out of honor of O'Neal, but when you intentionally foul DeAndre, that it helps them a little bit, the Clippers, in that they're able to set up their defense and it slows the game. Do you weigh those sort of factors in when you're choosing to make that kind of play?
I do.
And tonight didn't seem to go to it a lot. Just wasn't in the strategy tonight.
No.
Coach, there seemed to be like some good ball movement with your team a lot of times, and there were some other times where they kind of seemed erratic or out of control. Can you talk about that, please?
What you said is correct. I mean, how long do you want me to talk about it? I mean, you just, maybe I can help everybody by just making a statement. So, would that help? Because these questions are unbelievable. The game was, their defense was better than our offense. That's the bottom line. Their aggressiveness, their physicality, their athleticism really hurt us offensively. The first half, I actually felt decent at halftime. We'd missed 6 free throws, gave up 13 points off turnovers. and it was a 6-point game. We shot 3 for 14 from 3. I thought, for playing that poorly, we were in the game. And then they had that run, but I thought it was their defense, not just Jordan. I mean, he's part of their defense, but I thought
the statement was great, but the Q&A is always much more entertaining. Since the 16-team playoff format began in 1984, it had only happened 5 times. A higher seed having to open up on the road, but this year Portland became the 6th. They got the number 4 seed by winning the Northwest Division, but record-wise, the number 5 Grizzlies were 4 games better, so a tough draw for the Blazers got even tougher. They've lost 9 out of their last 10 against Memphis, including the last 4 at FedEx Forum, also known as the Grindhouse, and that's where we go for Game 1 of this series. And Damian Lillard would struggle while Marc Gasol would not.
But not well, the ball movement and body movement, man, but that was a lucky pass, and he lands in the hands and gets a 3. And that's what kind of night it was for Memphis.
Courtney Lee cans that one 10-2.
Well, this
Save
is
here.
Another
different Memphis team with the addition of Jeff Green.
Jeff Green, and then coming back with Mike Conley, Chuck.
Mike Conley's going to be the key if he can stay healthy. With that plantar fasciitis.
Oh, way to go, Chuck.
That means your foot hurts.
Yeah, how about Beno Udrih? What a
he played
night
great.
He had. Coming off the bench, he had 20 points, 7 rebounds, 7 assists. All of those are playoff career highs.
He was feeling it too early.
He was feeling it. Again, Vince Carter gives a great pass.
Look at the
Beno.
Net doesn't even move as he knocks down that three-pointer.
Get it to him, right?
Beno.
Talk about Damian Lillard. 14 points on 5 of 21 shooting.
Wow.
Well, Marcus Aldridge had big numbers, 32 and 14.
Yeah, but he shot the ball too much, Ernie. He shot the ball 34 times. That's too many shots.
Yeah, I think the two guys, between Aldridge and Lillard, have to share the wealth a little bit.
Questions about Mike Conley and the plantar fasciitis?
Well, I think he looked good. He didn't look great in terms of his body movement. He looked good.
Ernie, the key, and I've said this all season about Portland, the key to Portland is Nicholas Batum. He's the X factor.
But the fact, too, that they're missing Matthews and Aflalo, man.
Well, listen, I understand that, but I'm telling you, but the one guy, we talk about guys who get missed. Now, Nicholas Batum, when he plays well, the Portland Trailblazers got a good chance to win. He's the guy.
But there's so little at the 2-guard position, as Ernie said, now without both of those 2 guards. I think that's too difficult a task. You even see Tony Allen posting up in the second half, a guy who doesn't really even look the short.
But I understand it. But I'm just telling you, Nicholas Batum is the one guy who can make up the difference.
Blazers just 8 for 26 from long range, 31%. It was getting Grizzly for the Blazers in Memphis, and Zach Randolph.
Oh, get this little
barbecue what?
Barbecue chicken earning an old man game right there. Too tough for him.
16 points, 11 rebounds for Zebo. Mike Conley and one.
Too strong, Ernie.
They were up 25.
That guy's the most underrated player in the NBA, Mike.
I agree with that. But Tony Allen.
Oh, you got to have a Tony Allen on your team to win.
What's that? What's a Tony
You got to
Allen?
have a crazy guy.
Oh, a crazy guy.
Every team needs a crazy guy.
The Memphis Grizzlies, in a game that was not this close,
Ernie, I don't understand.
win at 100-86. What do you not understand?
I don't understand why everybody making a big deal why Memphis got home court. They should have the home court. They have a better record.
Yes, they do, and that's why they have home court.
I know that, but I'm saying everybody's acting like that's such a big deal.
Well,
it's a 4 seed.
when you're a division champion, you automatically get one.
I still think that's stupid. That puts no.
Isn't there some reward for being a division champion?
No, there should be a reward for having a better regular season. That's why they call it regular season.
And that's what they've got.
That's my point, though. But everybody's acting like that's such a bad deal for Portland.
We're spending way too much time on this.
Well, you want to talk about a game that was a blowout?
We just did. 100-86. The Grizzlies. Do we have some post-game sound there, TK? Good. Lewis Johnson working it.
Despite an injured Mike Conley, the Grizzlies with a dominating performance, leaving the Trailblazers with some questions on how they will regroup for Game 2.
The effort was there. I think we were locked into everything that we went over on film, and, they made shots. Beno Udrih comes in and gets 20 off us chasing him on pick and rolls, and he's knocking down shots.
That's what he does. I mean, he's a scorer. Even though today he had 7 assists, he likes to make plays. He likes to play off the handoff, and he we needed that.
We're just trying to go out there and be aggressive. Costa was setting good screens for me.
Thank you.
So you're welcome. And got me open, and I got to my sweet spot, and I knocked down a couple of shots in the beginning and got me going.
LaMarcus was getting frustrated, taking.
Yeah, LaMarcus. Yeah, I don't think he's getting frustrated. I mean, a guy like that, and been through it, and all-star. I mean, frustrated for what? With missing the shot because he getting plenty of shots. So, I mean, he's one of the best players in the league. So you just got to do the best you can and guard him.
We just got our ass kicked tonight, but I think this team is very, resilient and have a bunch of guys that are very competitive. So, I think, it's a wake-up call for us, but definitely tonight they manhandled us tonight.
The Grizzlies will keep a close eye on Mike Conley's right foot injury, giving him the maintenance he needs in preparation for what they hope will be a 2-0 lead before they head west.
All right, thank you very much, Lewis. And talk about the Portland backcourt. And David Lillard with the 5 out of 21. C.J. McCollum 1 for 8. Steve Blake took the bagel.
0 for 11. Well, the 5 for 21 is the problem.
Yeah.
Hey, first of all, Lewis Johnson looked awesome, but we got to talk about LaMarcus Aldridge's shirt, don't we?
Well,
Not really.
I was trying to figure out how he gets it on.
Yeah. What do you mean?
Because the chains attach. So how does he get it on?
He probably put it on after he put on the shirt, fool.
Oh, they pop out chains?
I don't know what that is.
Kenny, unless he zipped it up from the back.
There it is. It might have a zipper. But you understand what I'm saying? If the two collars are connected by a chain.
I know that.
So you have to unhook the chain.
Yes.
We're talking about why Memphis is 5th and has home court, and why the Blazers are 4th and don't have home court, and how LaMarcus Aldridge puts his shirt on.
He has a zipper.
Ernie, we had some bad games. We had 2 blowout games. What else are we going to talk about?
He might have a zipper in the back because there's no other way you could get that shirt.
On NBA TV, Dennis Scott did a great impersonation. That was hilarious.
But he
did. He had a LaMarcus Aldridge shirt on. It was hilarious. And we can get that on television.
I guess he wanted to wear a chain and a shirt and decided to wear a chain shirt. I just,
The chain's supposed to be under the shirt, isn't it?
Most of the time.
Okay.
But no, it could be over, but typically it's not connected
Let
to
me ask a question
to
the people at home. Are you still watching? If you are, we
was the
really,
chain.
They got a better chance of watching the stuff we're talking about now than showing highlights or beatdown.
Hey, Shaq, do you think that was gold? Like real gold?
That wasn't real gold.
That was real gold. One chain. Instead of 2 chains, 1 chain.
That wasn't even one chain.
I guess he might going to be a rapper tonight.
I'll guarantee you this. He'll never wear it again. When we come back.
If he does, he's
we head east.
He better not wear it again.
Highlights.
Not in the playoffs, at least.
Highlights from downtown Atlanta, where the Hawks took the opener over Brooklyn.
Lord.
Yes! Yes! Get my Marv Albert on.
Marv Albert. Yes!
He owned that word, yes, sir. He owned
It's
that
so
word.
simple and yet so powerful.
Right.
It's one of those
Positive
things,
word.
man.
Yes!
What would be your catchphrase, sir? Oh, I don't even know if you can say mine.
What would yours be, George?
Tremendo!
Right.
Yes.
What does that mean?
I don't know. Yeah, you go to the market and little
Mine
kids
would
be yelling.
be indeed. Like, indeed.
That's kind of hot, man. I like
it, yes. What would yours be, Chuck?
My catchphrase would be, you're getting a lot of money to miss that shot.
What are you, a weatherman?
Some late night, early morning comedy, and if that's not enough for you, Charles' last game.
Look at it.
15 years ago.
Oh, that was my. That's only. I'm just trying to get 1 rebound and 1 basket.
And you're right. Should have been an M1.
It was an M1. I missed a free throw.
Oh, yeah.
I just wanted to get 1 rebound. That was my last game.
Moochie Norris, what's up, Moochie?
What's up, Moochie? I tried to get. It took me a long time to get that 1 rebound and 1 basket.
I'll tell you, checking something out. So you had 2. So did Milt Palacio. He had 2 in that game for Vancouver.
As my friend Roy Green says, I had a
92.
single double.
How about some legends for you? Dominique and
Wilson,
Dr.
the great
J.
Dr. J.
Down there at the Highlight Factory, Phillips Arena.
Back
one.
Give me that.
Paul Millsap just 2 for 11 from the floor.
Yeah, he'll play better.
Give me them cookies, Ernie.
Dennis Schroeder steal. Dennis Schroeder lay.
Dankeschön.
They're up 12 after 1.
Dankeschön.
Yeah, he's from Germany. That means thank you.
Yo, you bilingual now.
Look at Al Horford from Kyle
A
Korver.
hood rat's not a language.
Here's your favorite play right here from Korver.
Oh, Cal Korver, wide open for 3. This is called hero ball.
Yeah,
when you have a wide open 3 or wide open layup, every time you take the layup is a much better shot every time, even if you're Cal Korver. Way to be a hero.
That's the new hero ball, redefined, and Damari Carroll with a lay-in. 55-45 at the half. 9-0 run by Brooklyn to get right back in this thing.
You know, they kept balling. The Hawks could not put them away. Only thing that Brooklyn did wrong was never pass the ball to Brook Lopez.
See that right there, Kenny? When he plays the speed, he's very, very effective.
Yeah, I just don't, I 100% don't know if he's really healthy. You know, I think those injuries over time is really taking it.
Well, then they got to, listen, I like Darren Williams, but if he can't play health, they got to go to Jared Jackson.
Oh, give me the candy. Give me the candy.
Hawks answered
give me
that
the candy.
run with a 10-0 of their own.
Cash rules everything around me. Bang!
Damari Carroll, underrated, to say the least. And then Al Horford to Kyle Korver. That's deadly.
Wow.
6 out of 12 from the field, 5 out of 11 from the promised land. He had 21 on the night. Harold Antich got Al Horford. And they're up 12 after 3.
And if your life depended on it, you need one jumper, 1-3. Steph Curry or Kyle Korver.
Now here's
My life depends on Steph Curry. He made 77 in a row.
Here's the.
I don't believe that. No,
here's the cause for possible concern for the Hawks is the dislocated pinky finger of Al Horford. Well, I'm asking you on your shooting hand.
You just snap it back in, and the ball's not. Come on,
the ball's not what, round?
You just snap that back in there and go play.
And they don't play again until Wednesday.
Come on, Ernie, when you know the ball boys play, you didn't ever hurt your pinky?
Yeah, just what would you put on it? What would you put on it, Shaq?
Icy hot, baby.
Okay. You man up.
Another comeback by the Nets right here.
That kid right there, he's going to be on the all-rookie team.
Bojan Bogdanovic.
Yeah, that's easy for you to say.
I relieved you of the duty of having to say that. Joe Johnson with a little floater. And then Brook Lopez.
Imagine that. Brook Lopez had a layup. Every time we've seen it, we only saw him 3 times when Brooklyn was passing the ball.
Got him.
Hey, but I tell you, if I couldn't get in touch with Steph Curry in my life depended on, I would call Kyle Korver.
I like Steph Curry, but if your life depended on him to make a 3, I'd foul him.
Thaddeus Young played well today.
But they got the speed to tempo of the game.
I don't know if you can with that.
Oh, they can.
They can.
Against the Hawks? You want to speed it up?
When Derek Williams played fast.
Can't play a half-court game.
Played fast, they played all right.
Yeah. Kenny, I just said when they speed the game up, they play better. That'll get Young involved. That'll get Joe Johnson.
But that might leave Korver open in transition a little bit too
it's
much.
Going to, but you can't do like Toronto did, walk the ball up and down the court, get in your half. It's hard to score in the half court. Toronto did an awful job of that Saturday, and Brooklyn did an awful job. You got to speed the game up some.
Brook Lopez in that loss, a double-double, 17 and 14, but as Chuck has pointed out, only 7 field goal attempts. He hit 6 of them. Korver with 21, Carroll with 17, Teague with 17, and David Aldridge with the post-game report.
The Hawks have made the postseason 8 straight years, but they've never been the favorites in the Eastern Conference until this season. In Game 1 against the Nets, Atlanta raced out to a double-digit first-half lead, but had to hold on down the stretch.
We quit turning the ball over. We had that stretch where we could have, really, put some good baskets together, but we kept turning it over, and we kept our poise and pulled it out.
I think defensively, our hands and our activity were good. Creating some turnovers, and we're going to have that same activity, and we're going to have to be better on the offensive boards, from the start of the game to the end of the game.
As I told the team after the game, I said, if you don't believe that you can play in this series, you should believe it now. We played hard, but we also have to play better and smart.
Yeah, we played better against them, but we got to beat them. It's 5 in a row, so it's encouraging, but at the same time, almost is not a win.
There's no concern about Paul and his shoulder. I think just he impacts the game so many different ways, and I know he probably doesn't have very many games like that, but it happens to everybody. 2 for 11, but I think his activity, his hands, steals, decision making, rebounding. Unless he's hiding something, I think Paul's fine.
Now the Hawks have to deal with the dislocated right pinky finger of Al Horford. He suffered the injury in the second half and returned to action, though he did say it affected his shot. Yet Horford says he'll be ready for Game 2 against the Nets on Wednesday. That's the story from here in Atlanta.
Next DAC, Chuck, that's the only thing I was asking you. Does that affect your shot? He says, yeah. Horford says it affects your shot. Contrasting styles that you see here. And keep in mind that the Brooklyn Nets, the only team in the playoff field that averaged single-digit fast break points.
That's impossible, Ernie.
Regular season.
It's not impossible. It's not impossible because they're too cool.
They average 9 fast break points.
They don't run.
Kenny,
regular season.
That's ridiculous, isn't it?
I understand that is ridiculous.
That's ridiculous, Ernie.
It's not when you're cool. It's not when you're cool.
Is it my fault?
Clock.
Is it my fault?
Hey, I mean,
it's hard. Less than 10 points on fast breaks.
Yeah, 9 is less
when
than
they
10.
play with seed, they can do
Oh, geez, look at you. 9 is less than 10.
Only playoff team.
So that's crazy, Ernie.
It is crazy.
It's true.
But this is what you were saying. You said speed the game up.
Yes.
So here's a mathematical equation, though. But if you speed the game up, you're going to give Corver.
Hold on, let me call the person who did my work for me in college.
You're going to speed up the game.
As soon as you said equation, he was on the horn.
You're going to give Corver more shots. You're going to give Carroll more shots. No, threes.
He said
that's if you miss shots.
He said if you miss shots.
Yeah, if you miss shots, then yeah.
But no, in transition, right? And you're going to give Teague even more shots in transition, threes. So now, guys who shoot like that, they'll make 4 out of 10 threes. You still got to make 6 out of 10 twos.
I understand that.
So
they got the players that can do that.
You can't walk the ball up and down the court all night.
I don't think you can.
I know.
I just don't think they're good as the Hawks.
They're not. They're not. But you can't
just
listen. You're not gonna just average less than 10 points on fast breaks and beat a playoff.
But there's a reason they're number 8. You keep thinking like they're the Brooklyn Nets that
I think
are playing up to their indivial abilities.
No, I think
they have not done that.
I think on the fast break they play like the New York Knicks.
I mean,
sorry.
99-92 the final.
The Liberty has better fast break.
Hawks.
Liberty will spank these guys.
Hawks take
Liberty will
game
spank
1.
the Knicks, no doubt in my mind.
Game 2 is Wednesday in Atlanta on NBA TV. When we come back, the opener in Cleveland. The Celtics and the Cleveland Cavaliers. Playoff debuts for a couple of guys, and LeBron has Cleveland back in the playoffs for the first time since he was there before.
You think they could guard Lisa Leslie in the playoffs?
Oh, she'd kill him. She'd kill him down low.
Welcome back to Inside. Presented by Kia. All playoffs long Bleacher Report's going to be posting exclusive content called Uninterrupted. It's a special all-access look with Draymond Green and LeBron James. Here's a snippet from LeBron.
So I headed up to to our practice facility for the postseason, and just the mindset in the postseason is totally different. And for me too, it's totally different. Even more because I'm the leader of this team, leader of this franchise, and not only do I have to be locked in and focused throughout the whole series, but more than that, I got to be even more locked in just for the benefit of my teammates as well. I zero in on so much more. During the postseason, the team that we're playing against, obviously, the individual matchups that I'm gonna have, the tendencies, the things that they don't like to do, the things that they like to do, and I just try to take all that away from them. And and the reason I'm able to do that is because I study. I study every single player, of the opposing team that we're going to face. Like I said, I study everything that they like to do. I study the things that they don't want to do, and I force them to do the things that they're not comfortable with doing. And if I'm able to do that, it gives our chance a better chance of winning.
You can catch more from LeBron and Draymond Green only on BleacherReport.com, along with Chuck's favorite, the Team Stream app. What? Go ahead. What do you want to say?
What? They got some nice seats in them kills. Oh, they got some nice seats in them kills. I gotta go out and get me one of them bad boy.
Fred, what is the Celtics in Cleveland?
Chuckster, what are you trying to say, man?
That's a sweet head right there. I got to get me a kill.
How about Isaiah Thomas? Boston jumping out 31-27 after 1 over Cleveland. Marcus Smart for three. They're up
37-29. Wow. They came to play. Unfortunately, so did LeBron and the rest of the crew.
Kevin Love's first playoff game, knocks down a three.
Tell you what, Boston came out. All you can do is compete when you're a lower seed, man. Just compete. Oh my goodness, mama, that boy strong.
LeBron's 159th playoff game. He's got more than the entire Celtics team.
That's good defense right there, Chuck.
Yeah,
that's just better offense.
Kyrie's first playoff game. How about all this action?
What a pass and what a catch. Oh,
LeBron.
my goodness.
What a finish.
26-7.
Oh, don't look at him, LeBron.
And then, Kyrie's done that to so many guys.
Shaq, that's not bad. That's great defense right there.
That's a dancing machine. Oh, baby.
Ooh, baby. 30-point debut for Kyrie Irving in the playoffs.
They should just put that music on. Dance, 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 dance.
Ken, I was telling you, he's a better shooter than I thought he was.
Yeah. He didn't have that reputation coming into the league.
Tristan Thompson from LeBron. They would lead by 20.
Isaiah Thomas, man. I tell you what, he's
man of the year, Chuck.
14-0 run for the Celtics.
Yeah, both places. Both places, he played great.
He's in the conversation for 6 man of the year.
Wow. James Jones,
Jones, JJ, same thing.
We move to the fourth quarter, as you can see from the graphic. And again, it's Kyrie and one. You want some more Kyrie?
He's a dance, 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 dance. He's a dancing machine.
Tell you what, that guy can finish better than anybody in the NBA at the rim.
Good pass.
Give me that.
Kevin Love, 4-3. A slow start for Love, but he finished with 19 and 12.
Well, I thought they posted him a lot, some early, which really helps. They need to do that more.
He did a great job rebounding, too.
Yeah.
Cavs 113. Boston 100 in the opener of that series. Kyrie with the 30. LeBron with his 20. Love with his 19. Tristan Thompson with a dozen. And a postgame report from Rachel Nichols.
The Cavaliers knew one thing before playing Game 1 of the postseason. They didn't want things to go the same way Game 1 of the regular season had gone. On that night, nearly 6 months ago, the weight of excitement and expectation just proved too much for Cleveland, which lost to the New York Knicks. So today, when the Celtics were up 37-31 in the second quarter and LeBron James saw his teammates once again a bit overwhelmed by the moment, he gave them a little talking to right there on the court, reminding them to focus.
No, I don't think tight. I just think the nerves. Our fans are very excited. Our fans are, very intense. And, for us as a ball club, we just have to just play the game. They were making a lot of shots early on. We felt like some plays didn't go our way, but you just got to maintain your game plan and go out and focus on the next possession.
LeBron's message had its desired effect. The Cavaliers surged into the lead and never looked back, thanks in particular to Kyrie Irving, who knocked in 30 points in his playoff debut.
I'm just glad I got Game 1 out of the way, all the nerves and just coming out aggressive. But Game 2 would definitely be an adjustment period. And like I said before, Game 1 is strictly a learning experience. Glad we got to feel him out now.
He's one of the guys that takes tough shots and makes tough shots. There's times we were right in his face, into the shot clock, and then he buries a three. And that's just his game. And we got to somehow try to take those away from him and make him into a playmaker and not so much of a scorer.
We'll learn from it and improve from it. Very simple. Don't want to overdo it. This is a long series. And I think that we have to, learn from what we didn't do well and try to continue what we did do well and do it more often.
Game 2 is in Cleveland on TNT on Tuesday night. Most points in a playoff debut in the Cavs franchise history, and Kyrie's second.
Roy Henson was a bad boy. John Bagley was one of my favorites.
I played with Roy Henson. What a good guy, man. He played me in
Boston College, John Bagley, man. One of my favorites.
Hey, Isaiah Thomas, let's give him a little credit, too, because he went for 20 points, 5 rebounds, 10 assists, and the only guys to put up those numbers in their playoff debuts, LeBron and the Big O.
That was his playoff debut?
Yeah, Isaiah Thomas, yeah.
Right, I didn't know that.
He'd been in Sacramento, dude.
Did not know.
Back to wrap it up on Inside.
Isaiah did play very well today.
He did.
The subject when we come back, the sweet science, one of Chuck's favorites.
It's time for
EJ's Neto Saturday Night.
Presented by No One.
What?
Before you start in on me on that, I actually do.
You don't have a
sponsor tonight. Yes, it's True TV.
Are you serious?
Did you hear that True TV is getting into the fight game? It's happening May 1st. Check it out.
Gonna let you know I'm not ready to fall. When my back's against the wall, I'm gonna come out fighting.
The hard-hitting world of championship boxing comes to True TV. Catch Metro PCS Friday Night Knockout. This is where dedication and desire collide. Takahiro Ao returns to the ring to battle Ray Beltran for the WBO Lightweight World Championship. Metro PCS Friday Night Knockout. May 1st at 10 on True TV.
Yeah, you got to be loving that, Chuckster.
I tell you what, boxing is my favorite sport. The only bad thing about that, Ernie, if that is not on a blackjack table in Vegas that weekend, I'm not going to get a chance to see it. But that's the Pacquiao weekend.
I know, obviously.
Mayweather also.
May 2nd, the fight between Manny Pacquiao, Floyd Mayweather.
That's a good warm-up to that.
Well, last week at their media day, we asked them about another mega fight.
Chuck and Shaq, you know, they're big boxing fans, man. A couple of years ago, these boys had a fight on camera. You remember this? Take a look at this. We want you to give us a little fight analysis, man. Grade this left hook. I don't mind.
I don't mind.
Look at what you think about this left hook by Shaq.
Okay. Not bad, not bad.
What about Chuck right there closing his eyes? You ever close your eyes when you're in the ring?
Not a good idea.
What advice would you give him for closing his eyes in the ring?
Yes, open your eyes all the time.
If they had to fight again, man, on the rematch, who you got?
Pause the bet, man. I bet it'd be a draw.
What do you think about Chuck hitting him on the head with the ball? Chuck said he taking Pacquiao, man, in the fight. What you think about that?
Oh, he's entitled to, you know, that's his opinion. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion.
Thanks, champ, man. I appreciate it.
When did I say I was going to take Pacquiao?
Yeah, you said it. At Mayweather, he said it.
No, I didn't say that.
Yeah.
So who are you? Yeah. I haven't decided yet.
Yes, you do. You better backstep.
I just want. No, I don't have to backstep. I can come across there and move some furniture if you have to.
Come on then.
Hey, listen.
The best line out of that was Pacquiao when they said, "Would you ever close your eyes?" That's not a good idea.
But you know what? I'm so excited for the fight. I'm not picking anybody because I like both guys.
I like both guys, but I'm picking Mayweather.
Okay.
I'm never going to bet against a man who hasn't lost to think I'm smart enough to be the first one to figure out what night he's going to lose.
I'm glad Floyd didn't go for that BS this time. Somebody picked Manny. I didn't pick anybody.
He's been adamant about that. Every time we ask Chuckster, he says, and I'm not picking
anybody.
So why would the guys ask him a question? And
try to, you know how they want you to overreact when somebody say something.
But he ain't going to overreact.
Won't you overreact and get over here so I can knock your big ass out?
Hey, come on.
And maybe put it on True TV.
Hey, nothing between y'all the air, baby. Between y'all there. Nothing between y'all there.
How about you and Chuckster? Chuckster.
Come on, man. You'll never hit a man with glasses.
Hey, you guys fighting for charity on True TV like an undercard, one of those Friday nights.
Big glove.
Deal.
Wouldn't that be awesome?
Deal. Let's do it. Deal.
You got to get the Floyd and let him know that you didn't pick Pacquiao.
I'll talk to Floyd. He know I ain't bet against him.
A lot of backtracking, Floyd. Yes, he did.
Floyd, I'm with you. I'm not on the fence, baby. I'm not going to pick
Floyd in 7, Ernie.
How you going to pick against a man who's never lost, though?
I'm not picking against anybody. I just want to see a great fight.
Pacquiao's a bad dude, though. But I'm not going to be the first one to figure that out.
That is a wrap for Inside the NBA, presented by Kia.
I'll be there, Floyd and Manny.
For him, I'm me. We'll see you on Monday night. Doubleheader. Playoff action. Kia.
Not a good idea to keep your eyes closed.
No, that was great, wasn't it? That's not a good idea.